Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to build Xaku. Xaku is a very powerful frame and is able to do a whole lot of damage with very little attention to his abilities. Now, let's check his build. I put in corrosive projection and premature footed. Corrosive projection is very important in this case because I am building it for Pillage as its subsum ability. Then I have Prime Flow for energy max, Brand Rage, Transient Fortitude, and Number Intensify for strength. Then I have Overextended, Archon Stretch, and Ogu Reach, and Prime Continuity for duration. As you can see, I'm building it for max range with Overextended ranked only to rank 4, and then a whole lot of strength. Consider I also put in Molt Augmented and Arcane Energize for the energy economy. Now, the purpose of this build is Pillage. Since we are building it for max range because of his second ability, we are building it with Overextended, rank 4 and Stretch and Go Reach to reach a total of 15 max targets, which are the guns that Xaku can summon. And with 15 guns, we need to build as much strength as possible in order to reach the full armor strip thanks to Pillage. As you can see, we are now at 69%. This is without buffs from Molt Augmented. Once we reach a high value of Molt Augmented, we can fully strip the armor of around 20 meters around of us, and this will boost the gun's damage. You could also try and use Roar to boost the abilities, but I found that we are taking advantage of the range that we are building, and Pillage is useful also for the survivability since we are getting shields and this ability can be spammed. It lasts about 2.5 seconds before coming back to you. And with that in mind, we also put in 2 ability shards for strength and 1 for maximum energy on spawn. This is very useful. And casting speed. Now, his rotation is very simple because you want to cast his second ability when you are around enemies and then cast his fourth ability in order to stop the timer of all the other abilities. When you have enough energy, you can cast his one and you can cast his 3 whenever you please. Also, you need to keep track of only the timer of his fourth ability. So once you have 15 guns stacked, you only need to worry about the timer of his fourth ability. Recast it every so often in order to refresh the timer, run around, use Pillage to consume shields and armor of your enemies. And as the mission goes on, you're going to build Molt Augmented. And if you want to shoot and use your weapons, you can keep Xata's Whisper active. Bear in mind, in the gameplay I am showing you now, I am only doing damage thanks to his abilities. I'm also using the Pseudo Prime for using the secondary fire and priming the enemies. And as you can see, this is a very powerful low maintenance setup because I'm only keeping track of the duration of his fourth ability. I'm casting Pillage every so often, and I am not shooting my gun. I'm only using the secondary fire of the Pseudo, which requires no aiming whatsoever and is very powerful. And I am doing a steel path conjunction survival and having very little trouble staying alive. I'm also able to do a lot of damage to the Thrax enemy units, which spawn, and I highly suggest this setup because it is very powerful. As I said, it requires little to no attention to his abilities. And as far as the missing helmet, the missing Archon shard slot, you can put in whatever you want. If you want to put a purple Archon shard for crit damage or electricity damage, it's up to you. I guess the best choice will be to put more ability strength, but I mean, it's up to you because we are building it with Molt Augmented. Since we are doing a lot of kills, we are stacking it very quickly. But if you put more strength shards, you need less kills to arrive at the maximum armor strip to Pillage. this was about it. Thank you very much for watching. If you found this helpful, subscribe, and you take care now.